Good evening, everyone. This is BremSter, and tonight I'm coming to you with a puzzle called Zwillinge by Myxo, which apparently stands for twins. Twins, which makes sense because this is a clones puzzle. This is another puzzle with lots of single instances of different rules. So the rule explanation is going to take a while, so let's jump straight in. So normal Sudoku rules apply. In every box, in every row, and in every column, the digits 1 to 9 must be placed without repetition. We have clones. The caged areas are clones of each other. Digits are allowed to repeat and all of that. The rules are literally just the cage areas are clones of each other. So this will have exactly the same digits in exactly the same positions as this. Now, the rest of the rules are all standard. I haven't detailed them above in right there because there wouldn't be room. But in the puzzle link and in the description below will be all of the rules. But standard rules apply. We have Thermo. Along the Thermo, digits must increase as we go along the Thermo. We have arrow. So along the arrow, the digits on the arrow sum to the digit in the arrow circle. Lockout line. The digit on the line may not be between or the same as the digits in the circles at the end, which must have a difference of at least 4. So, for example, if this was 3, 7, which is at least 4 apart, they couldn't be 4, 7, they're too close. These could be 1, 2, 8, and 9 because 1, 2, 8, 9 are not the same as or between 3 and 7. Green is German whisper. Adjacent digits on a German whisper line must differ by at least 5. The pink is Renban, which means this must be a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So it could be 1, 2, 3, 4. It could be 2, 3, 4, 5. It could be 3, 4, 5, 6. All we know is whatever the run is, when you take the digits off and sort them, they would be a run of 4 digits. This is an entropic line. It looks like a Dutch whisper line, but it's actually an entropic line, which means that any run of 3 digits along the line must contain a low digit, a middle digit, and a high digit. So this run of 3 must contain a low digit, 1 from 1, 2, 3, 1 from 4, 5, 6, 1 from 7, 8, 9. The same as this run of 3 must be the same. And this is a 10 line, which means that the line must be divided into 1 or more contiguous groups of cells that each sum to 10, and those cannot overlap. So we must be able to break this line up into sections, and each of the sections must individually sum to 10. They're the rules of the puzzle. I'm going to restart the puzzle to restart my timer. Let's give this a shot. So there's a lot going on here. The first thing I'm going to point out is the minimum here is 1, 2, and 3, which means this must be 6, 7, 8, 9, and I can never put anything higher than a 6 along here. But it means that this is 6, 7, 8, 9, which means this isn't a low digit. Now, so there must be a low digit in one of those two, but either of those could be low. In fact, there must be 2 low digits along here because any arrow that sums to 9 must have 2 low digits on it. I've got 1, 2, 6, I've got 1, 3, 5, or I've got 2, 3, 4. That's the only way to do it. If I was to go 1, 4, I'd need another 4, and that doesn't work. 1, 5, I'm back to 1, 5, 3, and it's the same as 1, 3, 5. And if I don't use a 1, I'm at 2, 3, 4, and that's it. So there must be 2 low digits along here. But these could both be low if all of those were low, which actually kind of works for the Thermo. So this could be the middle or even the high digit. Now, I do know how this 10 line is broken up. I think this is actually going to be very important, and this is going to be the trickiest of all of them. But I do know that these sum to 10 and these sum to 10 because I must break it up. Oh no, they could all sum to 10. It could be 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is either 2 different groups that sum to 10, or it says that 10 line must be divided into 1 or more contiguous groups. So this is either 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's 2 groups because I can't make a single cell. If I made a run of 3 that was 10, that would need to be 10 on its own, and that's not going to work. So this is either 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's 2 individual dominoes that sum to 10. Is it this? Yes, this is a good way to start. So on a German whisper line, I'm jumping all over the place, and I'm sorry about that, but I'm looking for the break-in. On on a German whisper line, you can never put a 5 on a German whisper line. I mean, not just because of this, but this can't be a 5 either, because if I put a 5 on a German whisper line, how would I do a 5 difference next to it? Well, I'd have to subtract 5, which would be 0 or less, or add 5, which would be 10 or higher. None of those work. So what I need to do here is any digit on the line must be either below 5 or above 5. Any 2 digits below 5 are too close to have a 5 difference, and any 2 digits above 5 are too close to have a 5 difference. So any time I put a digit below 5, its neighbors must be above 5 and vice versa. So you will always alternate below 5, above 5, below 5, above 5 along the line, or high, low, high, low. So I do know that these are going to alternate high, low, high, low, high, low. But these 2 digits are those 2 digits. But one of those is low and one of those is high. And if I went low, high, this digit would be higher than that, which breaks the thermo. So this is from 1, 2, 3, 4. This is from 6, 7, 8, 9. But this is a minimum of 3. So this is 3, 4. This is 2, 3. And this is 1, 2. That's useful. And this is 6, 7, 8, 9. Except the 3, 4, if this is a 4, it can only be a 9. And if this is a 3, it can only be an 8, because that's the way this works. 3, 4 here means this must be 8 or 9. But now I know these are 1, 2, and 2, 3. Now, if this is a 2, 3, this could be 4, 5. Except it can't be. This can't be 2, 3, 4, 5. This must be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if this is 2, 3, if this is a 2, this is a 3, this line must be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because the only other way that this could work, because of the way this works, is if this is 1, 2, 3, if this is 2, 3, 4, 5, this would be the 2, this would be the 3, this would be the 4, 5. They would be 4, 5, and I'd have to go 0, 9, which doesn't work. So this line is 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, which means these are from 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I don't know exactly how that's working. Now, this is low, which is from 1, 2, 3, 4. It can't be a 4, because if this was a 4, both of those would have to be 9, and I've broken the column. And this is from 6, 7, 8, 9. It's really from any of them. If this can't be the 1, 2, so this can't be as high as a 6. Because if this is a 6 for the arrow, this would have to be 1, 2. And if this is 1, 2, there's 3 1, 2s on this. There must be a 4 on here because of the 1, 2, 3, 4. There must be a 4 on here. There must be a 4 on here. So this can't be 1, 2, 6 or 1, 3, 5. This must be a 2, 3, 4 arrow. So this is a 2, 3 because the 4 must be here. This is a 2 or a 3, and that is the low digit for the entropic line. So this is low, this is middle or high, and I need to have another middle or high. So this is middle or high. So this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This must now be a low digit because this has got a middle or a high and a middle or a high. And when I move this line along, this low digit falls off the line, but this needs a low digit. I can't put a second low digit into that 3, but I need to put a low digit into that 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. So this is 1, 2, 3. Now, this is really, really weird. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. That is a 1, 2, 3, 4 quadruple. Wow. This can't be 1, 2, 3, 4. Because if this was 1, 2, 3, 4, I'd have 5 digits in this row that are 1, 2, 3, 4, and that doesn't work. So this has to be 2 different sums that connect to 10. So this is a 10 line and this is a 10 line. And this must have a low digit on it. And this must have a low digit on it. Because the only way to make 10 in 2 digits is 1, 9, 2, 8, 3, 7, or 4, 6. And this can't be 4, 6 because of the 4 over here or the 6 here. So now it's going to be the lockout line. Don't see how to use that. There is a low digit in here, but this could be low with those 4 being low. Oh, there's no 1 in here. This is a 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's a 4 in here. This is 2, 3, 4. There's no 1 here. This is 2, 3, 4. There's no 1 here. This is the 1. There's no 1 here. So this isn't a 6 because 6 can only go next to 1. This is a 1. These are 2, 3, 4. This is a 9, so this is a 9. So this is the high digit. This isn't 7, 8, 9. This is 4, 5, 6. Now that's going to be an issue. Except it's not. I don't think this can be a 6. If this was a 6, this would need to be 4 different from it. I could do 6, 2. No, I can't do 6, 2. Yes, I can. Maybe I can't. If this is a 6, okay, so if this is going to get tricky. This is going to get a little bit tricky. Oh, I know what this is. This is 1, 9. Because there must be a low digit and a high digit here, and 2, 3, and 4 are not available. This is 1, 9. So this is 1, 9. Okay, great, cool. Now, done. There's no 1, 9 in here. Also cool. But this is actually now giving me a lot, but it's going to be a little bit tricky. If this is a 5, this would have to be a 1 or a 9 because they're the only digits that are 4 away. And this 1, 9 means that's not a 5. So this is actually really interesting. If this was a 4, this would have to be an 8 because it couldn't be a 9. So the only digit that is 4 away from 4 would be 8. And these would have to be from 1, 2, 3, and 9. So if this is a 4, this is an 8. And these are from 1, 2, 3. This would be from 1, 2, 3, 9. And 1, 2, 3 would work. If this is 6, the only digits that are 4 away from 6 are... That's beautiful. The only digits that are 4 away from 6 are 1 and 2. Because 7, 8, and 9 are all within 3. So it'd have to be 1 or 2. And the 1's not available. So this would be a 2. And these would have to be... This would be a 1, and this would be from 7, 8, 9, which is fine. But this is now a 2, 8. And this is a 2, 8. But this is a 10 line. So this is a 2, 8, and this is a 2, 8. So that means that's not a 2. That's a 1, 9 pair and a 2, 8 pair. But I think I can take that further now, can't I? Because if this is a 4, 8, that's a 2, and that would just work. There's no 2 here. If this is 6, 2, this is 1, 8, and that works. Okay, so I'm missing something else. Probably Sudoku? Interesting. One of those two has to be 4 in the column, and that one translates to there. So one of those two is 4, which gives me exactly what I already had. Okay. If this is 3, 4, that's a 9, because 3, 4 here would make that 9. If this is 3, 4, 9, this becomes a 1. If this is 3, that becomes... If this is 3, that becomes 2. If this is 3, this becomes 2. This becomes 1, and this becomes 8. If this is 1, 8, this could be either... Well, this couldn't be an 8 anymore. This would be 2, so this would be 6. That means that's 9 no matter what, doesn't it? If this is 3, 4, that's 9. If this is 2... If this is 4, that's 9. If this is 3, that's 2. That's 8. And that's 9. This is 9 either way. which means by Sudoku, that is a 9, which means this is not a 9. Oh, I could have used the 1 9 for that. Okay, I need to get some Sudoku happening. 6. This 6 is saying 6 isn't in any of those. So 6 is in one of those two. This is 2 or 3. This is 7 or 8. Seven 2 would make that 8 2. 8. Okay. 5 is in one of those two by Sudoku, because it can't go in any of those. So 5 is not here. This is a 4 or a 6. Oh, of course, I already had that. Okay, so I figured out most of the tricks for the clones, I think. So now my Sudoku is failing me. 1 is in one of those two, because 1 is looking into this box and that this one is looking down. 9 is here. That's a 9. Can I do more with 9s? Maybe there's something I can do with these clones in an interesting way. If that's a 3, that's a 3, that's a 2. It just kind of works, doesn't it? Those are the same digit, and that must be one of those two. But those could be the same digit. Those could both be 3. Like if those are both 3, that's an 8. And that seems okay. Those are the same digit and therefore must be up here, but it could be 4 there. Those are the same digit and therefore must be one of those two, but I don't think it's forced. No, it is forced to be there because those two are the same digit. Those, I wish there wasn't, actually, I can get rid of the grey colouring. Hide colours on. There we go. These two are the same digit and therefore must go in one of those. But these are 2 and 3, so it must go there. That is purple, which means this is purple because it can't go here because then I'd have 4 from 2, 3, and 4 in the column. So these are both all the same. Can I use that? Purple is in one of those. Purple is not in any of those. Can I put purple? Like, does that have to be purple? Like, can I make that purple? Or is it a different colour? If it's a different colour, it's that digit. Okay, I'm stumped. I'm a little bit lost. Two, 8. So this digit is this digit and has to go down here. That digit is that digit and has to go up here. That digit is that digit. And in this box is in one of those 3. That digit is that digit, which means it's one of those 2. Where is 5 in this row? It's in one of those 2. 9 is up there, but that's not, doesn't seem to be it either. 6 in this box. Well, that's interesting. 5 in this box has to be in one of those 3. So 5 in this box is in one of those 2. 6 in this box. No, that's not it. 6 I've already done here. 6 in one of those 3. 5 is in one of those 3. If this is 2, that's 6. Then we get 1 and 8. If this is 8, this is 4. And then this could be... If this is 8, this is 4. This is 2. This is 3. This is 1. And that's broken. That's what I needed to see. That's a bit of a long chain. If this is 8, this is 4. This becomes 2. This becomes 3. But 8, 4... Yeah, 8... This 6 would be too close. So to be 8 and 4, 2. So 8 makes this 2 because of the X here. So 8 makes this 2. 8 also makes this 4. 2 and 4 mean both of those have to be 3. That's a 2. That's an 8. So we've got 2 and 8. The 2 means that this can't be 4. It's too close. This is 6. And outside of 2 and 6, 1 and 3 is between 2 and 6. So this is the 1. So this is a 1. This is a 6. The 1 looks down saying, that's not the 1. That's the 1. Interesting. That doesn't seem to have resolved any of this. 6 is in one of those 2. How has this not resolved any of this? Three, 2, 3, 2. If this is 3, 2, this would be 3, 4. That'd be 2. That's all fine. This is 7. This is 2. Oh, the 2 makes that 3. And if that's 3, that's 8. So this is 8. 8, 8 puts 8 in one of those 2. The 3 makes that the 4 by Sudoku, which means that's 4 by Sudoku. 4 is now here by Sudoku because 4 and 4 looking down, which means this isn't the 4, and on the Renban that's the 4, which means that's the 4, and this is a 2-3 pair. This is cray-cray. So this is the other 2-3, so this is the other 2-3. And the 3 makes yellow 2 and purple 3. Bam. The 1 is looking down, making that the 9 and that the 1. So that's the 9 and that's the 1. And I have fully resolved the clones. We are now down to Sudoku. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5, 6, and 7. There is no 6 down here. So these are 1 and 2. These 5, 6, and 7. There's no 5 here. These are 2, 5, and 7. There's no 2 here because of that. There's no 5 here. Two, 2 puts 2 in one of those 2. But 2 has to be in one of those 3. So that's not the 2, that's the 2. In fact, I should have looked at this row. Where's 2 in this row? Couldn't be in either of those 2 cells because of the 2's looking at them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 5 and 7. This triple, 5, 7, and 8. And there's an 8 in one of them. The Sudoku is still tricky. Or at least I'm finding it tricky. 1 is in... where's 1? 1 and 1 now means 1's not in any of those. That 1 means 1's not there. That's the 1, so that's the 2. Which means, yeah, that's all good. That is all fine. So 2 and 2. 2 is in one of those two. That 2 says it's not there. That's the 2. So this is a 5, 7. This is a triple. 6, 7, and 8. There's no 8 there. This is a 6, 7 pair. So that's a 1. This is 5, 6, or 7. And I'm not seeing a quick resolution to it, but I will get there. All I know is my gut tells me maybe. I make that reference a lot. I wonder how many people actually know where it's from. Oh, that's 6. That was never a 6. The invisible given digit. No, it's not 4. It's not 9. 2 is not in either of those. Where's 2? 2 is not in there. Those 2 knock 2 out of those, and that 2 knocks it out of there. That's a 2. This is a triple. 5, 7, and 8. So this is 5, 7, or 8. So it's 7 or 8. Not C. There's no 8 there. So this is 5 or 7 because the row is missing 5, 6, 7, and I can't put a 6 there. So that's the 6, and the 6 comes out of there. Oh, could have used that 6 for it. I'll get there eventually. So there's no 3 in this row yet. So 3 and 3 puts 3 in one of those two. And there's a 4 in one of those two. This is a 5, 7, 8 triple. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That is a 4. So 4 is in one of those two. Wow, this is... There's a 2 in one of those two. No, where's 2 in this box? Can't put it in either of those two, and that can't be a 2 either. That's a 2. So this is 5, 7, or 8. And wow. 3 is over here. 9 is over here. That's a 9 in the corner. So 3 is in one of those two. Okay, so now I can use an X-wing because I can't put 3 in any of those cells because that has to be a 9 and there's 2 3s looking at those. I can't put 3 in any of those cells because that's a 6 and there's 2 3s looking at those. So 3 has to go in here somewhere, and that's a 1 and that's a 2. That is a 3. There was probably an easier way of doing that, but that's what I found. So, and this is a 5, 7 pair. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is a 4, 8 pair. Please let that do something. Wow, I'm finding this tricky. The Sudoku at the end is kicking my... Okay, now... The Sudoku at the end is really kicking my... Like, really? I've got all the 1s. I've got all the 2s. I seem to have... I don't have all the 3s. I've got this X-wing on 3s. 4s I've got on this side of the grid, and I'm down to those digits, which are unresolvable that I can see. Fives, I don't have. I've got 1 5. So 5 is looking. Oh, this can't be a 5. So 5 is in one of those two, one of those, one of those, one of. Fives are everywhere. Sixes are everywhere. Sevens seem to be close to everywhere. Eights seem to be close to everywhere. Nines, I've got them all. So if this is four-way colouring, no, it's not. Yes, no. 8 is in one of those two. That's not what I was. 8 is in one of those two. 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 No, where's 8 in this box? That's an 8. 8 is looking down from these two 8s. So 8 can't be in those, and that 8 is looking across, and that's a 6. That's an 8. That's a 4. There's no 4 there. This is now a 4, which means 4 in this box is there. The 8 takes 8 out of there. This is 5, 7. So this is 8, which looks like making that 7, which makes that 5, which makes that 7. This is the 8, which takes 8 out of there, making that the 8. This 6, 7 means this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means this is not the 5. This is 3 and 6. Seven is looking down, making that 5, which makes that 7 and that 5. There's no 7 or 5 there. That's the 8, that's the 7, that's the 5. So that's the 7, that's the 6. That's the 5. The 5 and the 7 look across, making that the 6, which makes that the 7 and that the 5. 7 makes that the 6 and that the 7. The 5 makes that the 7 and that the 5. That was a beautiful resolution. The 6 looks up, making that the 3 and that the 6. And the 1, 2, 3 is no longer here. So that's the 3, 4, 5, 6. That's the 7. And that is the end of the puzzle. 29.49. That was beautiful. Twins. Let's turn the colouring back on. So it's the original appearance of the puzzle now that I'm done with the colouring. That was great. Thank you, Myxo. Holy cow. Just good. Just really, really good. The way that these interacted with each other. So the Thermo interacting with these, the German Whisper interacting with the Thermo, then placing these digits, which placed these, which forced these to be low, which gave me information about this, which worked along, giving me the breakdown of the 10 line not being able to be 1, 2, 3, 4. So these were individual 10 lines. Took me a while to figure out what was going on the lockout line, but just really tight. Really, really good. What an amazing puzzle. Just, wow. What can I say? But Myxo. Yeah, really good. I lost for words, as you can tell. I am a content creator who can't speak. Yay! Okay, thank you everyone for watching. I really hope you enjoyed that puzzle. I say this a lot, but I mean it. I really hope you enjoy this puzzle, at least as partially as much as I did. It sounds trite and everything, but I'm not trying to like drive up engagement or anything. I'm just trying to share puzzles with you, and I'm hoping it's working. Of course, to drive up engagement, please like the video and subscribe if you're not. And if you want to support me, there you can do that on Patreon or join YouTube below as a member or all of that sort of stuff. But really, if you're solving the puzzle, my heart is full. Thanks everyone for watching, and as always, good luck with your solving.